In 2021, I ran 29:45 for 10k, and today I'm going up against a stacked field to try and better it. Let's go. So I've just arrived at the course here in Glasgow Green, which is a big park in the city centre of Glasgow, and actually where I filmed my first ever YouTube video. So it's nice to be back here for my first race of the summer season, where I'm planning to focus on more shorter distance races, some 5Ks, but starting off today with a 10k. And since it's my first race of this season and it's not like a championship race, I feel like I can take a bit more risk. I talked through it with my coach yesterday, and in that conversation I learned quite a lot about how my mindset has changed towards running over the past year or so, because he was sort of half suggesting that I shouldn't maybe go with guys who have much faster PBs than me. I should sort of let them go up the road a bit and just focus on running my own race in the chase pack. But I did not like this idea, so we sort of came to a compromise, and the race plan will be to go with the leaders, but if it does feel too quick and if I really feel like I'm pressing and it's just not going to happen, I need to pull back. And yeah, that's what we settled on, because I don't like the idea of standing on a start line knowing that I'm going to just let people go. And since it is that first race, I do feel like I can take that risk and just go for it. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what I can do and just take that risk and compete with these guys who have PBs like more than a minute faster than me. My PB is from 2021 now, and I'm definitely in way better shape than that. I've probably ran over 15,000 miles since then, so like definitely ready to smash that PB and have a 10k PB that matches more against all my other PBs. Also, another side point to this race is that I'm trying bicarb for the first time. I tested it out on a threshold session 2 days ago and felt amazing, even though I'm not sure it's supposed to help in a threshold session. Basically what bicarb is, for anyone who hasn't seen the massive hype around it, it's sort of like a lactate buffer, which is supposed to make you be able to run faster without feeling that burn that you get when you're really pushing hard. So tested that out on Friday, made sure it didn't affect my stomach, and it didn't. My dad wasn't so lucky, so I don't think he's going to be using it in his next race, but took that 2 hours before the start of the race, and we'll see if it makes any difference. Anyway, I have just grabbed my race number and I'm going to stick that on my vest now before going to warm up, and I'll see you on the other side. I'll see you before that, but that sounds better. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
I'm not sure how that happens, but warming up I'm always like 7:10s and that was 6:40. Always before a race it's just so much faster. It's probably a good thing. 3:30 seconds a mile. It's a real race of firsts, alongside the first time using bicarb, first time racing in the Takumis. Did a lot of sessions in them, a lot of really good fast 5k sessions, so I feel like because the 10k is so much quicker, go for these instead of the Pro 3s. See how it goes?
And you might have seen on the advert for the live stream, Ryan Thompson, 29:45, also of Canvas Line.
Back a wee bit, we'll see.
Yeah. No, that's grand.
It should
Nice.
be good. Aye.
Hope you go well.
Thanks, good luck.
See you. Cheers.
Don't want the same issues that my dad had yesterday.
And today.
Right, 3 minute threshold, 2 by 30 second stride, then a couple of drills. Standard.
They'll fart us about us.
Make sure you're going to the appropriate start area.
It's hot. Lucky I was in Spain for 2 weeks this month, so some heat training.
4 minutes to the start now.
Right, 4 minutes to go, so let's go. So in the end, I didn't actually have to make a huge decision about whether or not I should go off with the leaders, because although the first 2k were the fastest of the race at 2:52, they really didn't feel that quick, and I would never have sat back off a pace that felt as good as this did. Somewhere around 3k, there was a move made that I wasn't able to get on the back of, and I was left a little bit in no man's land between the two leaders, Omar and Logan, and 3 guys chasing. At this point, my mum told me that there was a group just behind me, and although I heard her, I didn't even consider that she was telling me so that I'd drop back, and I just let myself gradually get on the back of the leaders and caught them pretty much bang on the 4k mark. At this point, I felt really good, and although I could tell we were running pretty quick, it didn't feel that hard. So around halfway, I let myself ease into the lead for the first time in the race so far. This is where I run away and win, right? Wrong. This is where the eventual winner takes off up the road. He ends up so far up the road that he won't feature again in this voiceover, and my 3 minute 6k, the slowest of the race so far, leaves me once again running alone in third. This course was pretty twisty, as you can tell, and I take corners like someone who's never seen anything but a straight road. So I'm just trying to survive in the fight for silver until we hit the straight part of the course around 6.5k. And survive I did. We come out of the twisty section and I'm actually back in second place. I'm not sure how that happened, but I'm feeling good and don't mind being on the front here, which I pretty much am for the next 2.5k. Also, a quick shout out to everyone who sent footage from the course. I appreciate you all for giving me even more time to talk. Anyway, when we go through 9k, I remember thinking about all the times I've seen Logan run before, and pretty much every time he puts in a really hard sprint about 800 metres before the finish, before settling back into his pace. So I'm expecting this, I'm ready for it, and yeah, he did it and I couldn't do anything about it. He gets about a 15 metre gap almost instantly, and my big fight for silver is over, which is kinda lucky because the last corner was the worst of my race so far. Like, what even was that?
What's the verdict on that?
I mean, race-wise, like, who I was up there racing, great. Time, I thought it would have been a lot faster than that, but over a minute faster than I was 2 years ago, and Logan ran 28:30 odd on the road a few weeks ago, so I don't know if it was the quickest day for it. You know, Omar's ran a lot quicker than that, so good performance wise, but even though it's a PB and Dad always says a PB is a PB, I think I've got more in me time wise, but
There's a lot of twists and turns out there.
be interested to see the splits, but no, I'm happy with that. Gave it a good go, as I said I would. Didn't let anybody go until I really had to. I mean, my watch is 29:41, but I think it was sub 29:40 for third place. Happy. Know I can go faster on a different day, but getting better, definitely getting better consistently, which is the main thing after 20 years of running. Mum's telling me I've got something on my face, but I've been recording for 5 minutes, so no point in getting it now. It's a flag.
To the finishing area.
Ryan, this is the Western Districts Championships.
Did I win?
Well,
Yes.
Must have won.
Omar Ahmed, the winner of the men's race, ran 29 minutes and 6 seconds, breaking the series record, the fastest time we'd had in 43 years. And in third place, Ryan Thompson from Cambuslang, 29:36, which I think is a big PB for Ryan.
Perfect. Sorry, guys. So that's me finally getting a warm down done after a pretty long prize giving. Ended up some money for third place and West District gold medal. Always nice to get a Scottish medal, not a Scottish title. Scotland is split into 3 when it comes to the districts for Scottish athletics: East, West and North. So West District Gold, and officially 29:36, which is a 9-second PB and a minute better than Wrexham 10k last year and the last time I ran this race in 2023. I do think that was a really great race for me. It's kind of me stepping up a level and being able to compete with someone like Logan, who has a PB of I think 28:11 over 10k. So yeah, even though the time is a PB, I don't think it really shows what I'm capable of yet. I don't think that course was a huge PB course. And this race is honestly just another building of my confidence. Since I started working with my coach, Lewis Walker, last June, I haven't really had a bad race. The first one we did together wasn't great, but we'd only been working together for like 3 or 4 weeks at that point, and every race I've done since then has been really good, and that consistency that I've had in my training has really been translating to races. And I stand on a start line knowing that I'm going to run to the best of my ability, and I'm just getting more confident and actually just better at running all the time. So this is a point where I should have given my bicarb review, but the headlines are: after many years of being incapable of breaking 30 minutes for 10k, I took bicarb and ran 29:36. Is it a magic supplement? No. In this podcast I recommended, the founders compared it to using super shoes, which I would say that I agree with. There's not going to be a moment where you think, oh, that's the bicarb kicked in, I'm way faster now. And it's obviously not going to replace good, hard training. But if you can afford it, and if your stomach gets along with it, I think you're leaving something on the table by not using it. This is not sponsored, but if you do fancy trying bicarb, I'll leave a link to the Flycarb website in the description. It's affordable, it's owned by 2 British distance runners, and after this race, I ordered another 10-pack from them. So I'm just going to finish up this warm down, get home, get recovered, because in 5 days' time, I'm racing again at the Scottish Road 5k Champs. So I'm really looking forward to that one, seeing what I can do over 5k after a lot of good hard 5k sessions. So hopefully that was good fun. I had fun, happy that I seem to just be getting better and ready to go again over the 5k in 5 days' time. So subscribe if you want to see how that goes, and I'll see you there. Thoughts?
Aye, I don't think you could have done any more today.
Very good. See you in 5 days for the 5k. Cheers.